Okay, so let's consider some alternative ways that students tried to diagram this, and I'm going to try to explain how do you know that test shows what's wrong with these diagrams. So, for example, there's no way ancient Egyptians could have built the pyramids. We start here. How do you know that? Because they definitely didn't have incredible technology and they hadn't even invented the wheel yet. Well, that's an odd way to put these two premises together. It's not clear that they're linked in this way. That is, these two premises don't need to be together to get me to this conclusion. And also, notice that putting 3 and 4 together like that just ignores this indicator word, right? The indicator word should tell me that 3 gives me evidence for 4, not that 3 and 4 are linked together. That's an important point, right? When you see an indicator word like that, or if an indicator word could fit like that, that gives you a good indication that you've got an arrow between those propositions and not a plus sign. But also look at this. How do you know that the Egyptians didn't have incredible technology? Because it would have taken incredible technology just to move those huge blocks of limestone around. Notice, that doesn't make sense. Think about it in the opposite direction. It would have taken incredible technology just to move those huge blocks of limestone around, and that's why I know Egyptians didn't have incredible technology. That doesn't make sense, right? Knowing that it would have taken incredible technology doesn't tell you whether or not they had it. The 2 is something that you can just know by sort of thinking about how amazing the pyramids are. To get to 4, you actually have to do some investigation about the technological capacities of the ancient Egyptians. Okay, moving on. Notice that in this particular, the second diagram, this just kind of flips the order of these linked and the support, right? So, how do you know the ancient Egyptians couldn't have built the pyramids? Because it would have taken incredible technology just to move those huge blocks of limestone around. Well, notice that on its own is the beginning of an explanation, but it's incomplete, right? The 2 on its own doesn't get us to 1. Reverse the order and think about it, right? If I do it this way, it would have taken incredible technology just to move those huge blocks of limestone around. And that's how I know that there's no way ancient Egyptians could have built the pyramids. Well, that doesn't quite follow, right? I need something else. I need the conclusion, the proposition that they didn't have that technology. If you put those 2 together, then that makes sense. All right, so going from 2 up, right? It would have taken incredible technology. How do you know that? Because the Egyptians hadn't invented the wheel yet, and they definitely didn't have incredible technology. Well, that's really weird, right? I mean, let's think about that for a second. I'm just gonna, oh, wait, let's try that again. I'm gonna erase these little marks, and we're gonna zoom in on that idea, right? How do you know it would have taken incredible technology just to move those huge blocks of limestone around? Think about how someone could justify that proposition. Well, if you wanted to justify a proposition like that, you might say, well, look at the pyramids and look at these giant things of limestone and just think how could people move giant blocks of limestone around? There's not many possibilities. They could have superpowers. If they were Superman or the Hulk, then they could move them around, but that's out of the picture. So the only other option was technology. Notice that makes sense as a justification for proposition 2, right? But the idea that the way that I know it would have taken incredible technology just to move those huge blocks of limestone around has anything to do with the fact that Egyptians didn't have technology, that's a weird sort of justification. The idea that it has anything to do with the fact that Egyptians hadn't invented the wheel, that's a weird sort of justification. 3 and 4 don't explain 2. So this just shouldn't be here. Okay. And then the last one, there's no way they could have built the pyramids. How do you know that? Because they didn't have incredible technology. Notice that this is sort of like number 2 over here. They kind of are they're partial explanations, but on their own, they don't complete the argument, right? How do you know that they didn't have incredible technology? Because they hadn't invented the wheel yet. Well, that actually makes sense as an explanation, but this bit that it would have taken incredible technology, that is questionable. I don't see how that fits in or makes sense of 4. 3 makes sense of 4.